Alright, it's me, unapologetically T, and I have another video for y'all. Like, the last video was definitely emotional. So if you're not ready to, like, you know, watch me be emotional, I would skip through that one. And that one was about grief, and I was grieving a lot of different things. But I want to make this one about celibacy. Hold on one second. But yeah, I want to make this video about celibacy. That's another thing that bothered the shit out of me last night. And it's not the sex part. It is not the sex part. So I have done celibacy before, multiple times throughout my life. And I seen a meme online, and it said that, do y'all really be having that much sex that y'all need to take a break? And it was talking about women, but I would say fuck y'all to that. And no, I actually don't. And just sometimes, like, I feel like, typically with me, after like breakups, like, I definitely need that break and that time to myself. I have not grown up naive to know that, you know, when a breakup happens, there's something I can learn that I need to work on for myself. And just, I always was aware of that healing moment. Like when I was 16, I took a break after I had the abortion. I don't remember for how long, but I definitely took some time out. And then there was a time in college, little feelings got broke. Took a break, and then Charlotte dad, I took a 2-year break. Like, I took a break for y'all niggas because I was angry. Like, I felt like niggas want shit, and I'm not gonna even lie. Like, during that time, I felt like niggas want shit, and you know, I just felt like niggas want shit. And when I look back on it, like, I only had really one meaningful relationship. When I think about emotional, like, no, it might not have been the best ideal, but it definitely was one where, you know, I kind of felt safe for the most part. So, and then after that, Dante would be the next most meaningful or memorable relationship that I had. And he definitely, the time, and then definitely the things that we did, because there were really, really good moments. And I feel like if you have had a narcissistic partner, like, you know that there are really high highs and there's really low lows, and the in-betweens are fine, but, you know, you're kind of waiting for the shoe to drop, whether it's gonna be intense. It's like a roller coaster ride, right? Like, yeah, oh my gosh, shit, what the fuck? The house is on fire. But it's like really like that type of thing. So yeah, so with Dante, I took a couple of months out to myself. And then it's funny because we had actually stopped. We didn't stop, but we had slowed up with sex ourselves. So that's another, you know, part in the relationship where I realized, like, I just was not in love anymore. I loved him, but I was not in love with him because, like, I didn't even want to have sex with him. I didn't even want him to touch me sometimes. Like, it had got that bad, and I think sometimes that's why he thought I was cheating on him, but it was just like he did too much. Like, it was never another man. Like, you did too much, bro. Like, you damaged me. Like, what's that? Is it collateral damage, like the Asian guy? I can't think of it, but like, collateral damage. Like, that nigga damaged me. Like, and I can't remember the saying, but it was something like with damage, and I don't know. I'll figure it out after. I'm pretty sure, like, my anxious part will come out and be like, oh, it was this, and you need to delete that video. And then I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up. We're gonna keep the video. We're gonna keep it rolling. But I was damaged, so we barely had sex towards the end. So I would give him that. That might have been why he thought, I was sleeping with someone else. No. A woman was just fucking fed up. And there was other signs too. Like, first of all, I never had to worry about him staying out all night. It was one time I felt like prior to the ending, one time that nigga stayed out all night, and I ain't even fuss because he ain't usually like do it that often. And he never really went out at night except for, to do what he had to do. And like, I was included in the knowing of, why are you out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, I could go with him if I wanted to. So it was like never this issue of this nigga never came home at night. And like I said, I can only remember one prior to shit hitting the fan, like him just getting wild. And I want to say like he definitely started getting wild. It probably was like during COVID. That's when that nigga started staying out all the time. And I would fuss the first few times, and then like a bitch got tired. Like, if I had to keep saying the same shit to you over and over again about what you doing, and that's one thing like I feel like people didn't realize with us. Like, one thing about it was when he would do things and he would fuck up, like, we would have a conversation about it and we would go back to the drawing board, and there would be effort, and I would see him try at least try. Towards the end, it just got to the point where like it was like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to, and you gonna sit here and you gonna deal with it. Like, and it was like, oh nah. If you think I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna deal with it, I'm gonna show you that, like, I grew up with emotionally unavailable parents. I cannot give a fuck. Like, I cannot give a fuck quick as a bitch, and my not give a fuck is gonna hurt your feelings. And I feel like that's what I did. I ended up shutting down in the end. So like, when he would stay out all night, I wouldn't say a fucking word. I'd be like, hey, you back? And I think that made him think that I was cheating because I didn't care. Like, I just didn't care anymore. Then, like, he would be in and out the house all the time. Or, like, I'll wake up and he ain't there. He ain't call. He ain't try to nudge me, say he about to leave out. Or, like, he ain't say. And for real, I wasn't even worried as much if there was trust built up. But he had broken the trust. So it was like, when I wake up and you're not there in the middle of the night, I don't just automatically assume maybe you went to the store. Like, I'm going to assume you out there doing something you ain't got no business. Because why couldn't you, say something or fucking leave a note, bitch? Or, I don't know. I just felt like it was just it just got to the point where like it was just so disrespectful in the end. And I wasn't doing those things to him, so like, why are you doing them to me? And if I even tried to go out, it was like we had to have this big old conversation about who I'm going with and all this shit, but you're not telling me, what you doing. So it just got to the point I didn't care. It was like, you know what? You don't care, I don't care. Let's see who gonna care the most. And he was the one that ended up caring the most because it ran him crazy, I think, that I did not care anymore. And it was like, but how the fuck do you think I'm supposed to care? And I don't know, this video is supposed to be about celibacy and I'm making it about him. So let's change this shit now. Change the direction. Back to celibacy. I was not sleeping with him as much because I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And I wasn't trying to die because that was another thing. I was like, the lifestyle he had, I had to make sure like you wasn't, giving me Hep C or, like HIV. Like, I had a lot of worries, being in that situation towards the end. Like, in the beginning, I really didn't have to worry about that because he definitely, showed me that he practice safety and all that stuff. But towards the end, it was like, bruh, like, you wilding. Like, you probably was wilding the whole beginning to the end, but love is blind. So, but I do know it got worse. Like, cause I was just ride or die. And I died a lot of times in that relationship, and I won't about to die a true death over some dumb shit. Like, no, I got a whole child to live for. So I literally was, I was learning how to deal with not having sex. And but I also got to a point where, like, I wasn't having intimacy either. So not only was there no sex, there was no intimacy. And so when I did leave, I waited a little bit, a couple of months, and maybe like 2 or 3. I can't really remember, and I really don't give a fuck because we were not together anymore. I broke up with him. Before I even left the house, I broke up with him. And the nigga went out on a date. Not even, he didn't even just, like, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, this nigga went, took a shower, got dressed, put on cologne. I did not give a fuck so much. I did not even pick up that he went on a date. Charlotte was the one that was like, you couldn't tell, like, he was going to meet a girl, like, he was getting clean and all that stuff, and he ain't say he was going out with his friends, he didn't say he was going to the club. I was like, you know what, Charlotte, like, I didn't even care anymore. Like, I did not care. So what the nigga ended up doing, like, he tried to leave his phone open on purpose so I could see that he went out on a date. And I still didn't care. I was like, like, I had read in the text message where the girl had, like, kind of, like, I guess, chastised him a little bit because he was running late for the date. And I was like, you can't be out here, like, running late. And he was like, I don't owe her nothing. Like, I was running late. I was like, you should have called and said you were a few minutes behind. Like, I'm giving him tips and shit on how he should have conducted himself because I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, because somebody please come get him. Anybody. Like, long as he's safe, like, that's all I cared about. Like, is he safe? But you bitches could have had him. But I don't think nobody could have did that job but me. Yeah, so I literally was dealing with, like, I was literally dealing with, like, just being numb. Like, I didn't have any... I still don't. Like, I'm still trying to learn. Like, I'm craving intimacy now. Like, that's how I know I'm healing, because I'm craving intimacy now. Like, it's not even the sex. Like, I miss a hug. Like, I don't want to hug just from anyone. I want to hug from someone who actually cares about me and love me, and, like, I could feel that shit come through. And it's not even just the touching part, because, like I said, I have been overtouched over the years. Like, I'm tired of being touched. So it's not just all touch, but I can tell I'm healing on the touching part, because I just want to be hugged. Like, can I just be hugged by a nice, strong man who loves and cares about me? And then that's another part, like, the feelings. Like, I want it to be with someone who I actually care about. I can literally go out here and scratch an itch and lay in the bed and feel empty at night. Or go to sleep peacefully at night. So, it just depends on the person. But, I don't even want that shit. Like, I'm not even craving that. Like, I'm really not even craving that. Like, I threw out my sex toys. Like, it's not the sex. Like, I am literally, I literally feel like I just want somebody who actually loves and care about me, and who has, who's doing the work that I'm doing on themselves. And, basically, I just want God to send me my person that he's designed or picked out for me. Because I ain't even asking no more about... I'm not making a Sierra wish list shit. Like, I trust God, and trust God that God knows me and knows what I want or what I need. And I already know, like, my ability to love. Like, I love love. Like, I'm addicted to love. I think that's my vice. Like, I love too much. I can love the person that's on the corner. And give them my last. So, like, I think that's my issue, that I give love too quick, too fast, and it either scares people, or for the good people it scares them, and then for the people who are on not so good times, they take advantage of it. And I definitely need to find balance with that. But when I love hard. That's just how I am, and I'm gonna treat you the way you should be treated, the way you want to be loved. I don't love you from just my angle. I pay attention to detail, what you like, what you want. And I just be wanting that shit back. Like, I be wanting my person. But I told God, like, take your time. I don't want no frauds or no fakes. So I'd rather just wait on him and trust on him that, whoever he has designed for me will come to me. And, I'm going to continue to do the work on myself. It sounds so fucking sad and lonely, but I think it's needed. And I guess when the time is right, the time is right. Shit. Right now, my life ain't even together anyway, so I'll be inviting somebody into my broke blues. But yeah, celibacy is hard as shit. It's definitely the intimacy. I sleep with a pregnancy pillow. I sleep with weighted blankets. And it's getting hot, so I ain't gonna even want the weighted blanket, but yeah, it's a tough little deal, and it ain't easy, and it ain't for the faint of hearts. But I'm coming up on a year in July. I can't even believe it. And yep. Yeah, I just went down memory lane. Like, it's been really a fucking year, and almost a year. Excuse me, I misspoke. So what is that, like 3 months? We're in April, 4 months. It'll be a year. Nope, April, May, June. Yep, it'll be a year. About 3 months, 2 weeks. Who's counting? But I do. I feel like, I'm in my 30s and I have one kid, and I did always say, if I was financially stable, and I don't mean just regularly financially stable, I mean where, like, I had money where I could hire somebody around the house to help and to do certain things. Like, I would definitely want to have another child. I am skeptical about having another child by myself. So, like, for me, it's not marriage that would, decipher whether I have a child. But I definitely would want to know that the dad is going to be a dad, regardless of whether me and him stay together, work out together, whatever. Like, because for me, you can get married. Like, I had a child, wasn't married. I know people who did get married and they're divorced, and the ex-husband act like my fucking baby daddy. So, like, when people be like, oh, you should have got married, like, that's not always the all to be all. Like, I do feel like marriage is beneficial, however. So I'm not saying that, like, you shouldn't get married. I'm just saying that marriage does not determine that a father is going to be a father once the relationship has started, or once it ends. So I just want to say that, like, you definitely, I want to pick. Nope, I ain't even picking you niggas no more. I'm waiting for God to send. And I'm waiting for God to send, and when he send, he'll send confirmation. But I'm waiting for God to send, somebody that definitely can feel. I'm waiting for him to send a real nigga to deal with somebody like me, and they ain't deal with. He's gonna hit the jackpot with me, because I'm a very loving person. He just gonna have to tell me sit down and shut up sometimes. But yeah, so I said that, like, if I don't end up meeting anybody, probably by the time I'm like 35, I would even consider, like, doing in vitro, like, and just having a kid on my own if I'm financially, like, wealthy. It can't just be stable. It has to be wealthy. I don't want to, though, because I feel like you're still not gonna have a parent. And then you gotta have that conversation. But like one of my friends, she said she wanted to make a book about having a conversation with your child, like about who their father or what that, like how that whole thing unfolds. So yeah, I got some thoughts that I'm thinking about. Cause the clock is ticking, and I don't want my eggs to dry up on me. If I do meet somebody that I love, And then what if they don't even want kids? Then I guess it'll just be us chilling on the fucking beach. Because I do think about that too, like starting all over. Yeah. But celibacy is fucking hard. It is good though. Spiritually, it is good. It definitely allows you clarity. That's how I be knowing that, like, it don't be sex for me. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, the man got you dickmatized. Or, like, you are, going crazy because of the sex. And it's like, the sex is not it for me. Like, I'm crazy. Like, I'm gonna stop using that word too. I'm trying to learn. I'm not crazy, but I am a highly sensitive person. I pick up feelings. So I be having like really strong feelings for people, and it don't even always have to be romantic. Like I can meet a platonic female friend and just like instantly, like I know, like, oh, she's a whole vibe. Like I like her, she's cool. I've met male friends like that, like, like, oh, this person, like, they are supposed to be in my life, like, and it's like, I don't know, I just pick up on these feelings, and I be wanting to act on them, but like I'm trying to learn how to have discernment to not just be feelings, but be feelings and logic. So I'm learning, I'm working on myself, and I feel like celibacy is teaching me that. God is putting people in my life to teach me lessons like that, and I'm grateful and appreciative. Like, shit, all I can do is keep trying to be a better me. I'm probably always gonna have a potty mouth though, but I can turn it on and off. I think I want to do a code switching video too, because that's an interesting topic. That's one of my superpowers, but it's exhausting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the celibacy video. It's hot out here for a pimp. And something in the rent. Yeah. I'm going through that. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna jump into my next video. I don't know. I definitely have a lot of videos today, and I'm gonna just let them flow. So if you see the same t-shirt, this happened in the same day, leave me the fuck alone. All right, bye.